Good morning, everyone. So, the final day. My voice is... Most of these videos are just me with a bad voice, to be honest. But anyway, this is the last day of DroidCon, and then we're going to be heading home this evening. So I'll take you along on that adventure. I'm very aware that yesterday's video was probably quite short. I wasn't able to get much footage at the event, and I mean, that's just the way it goes sometimes with DevRel. We were very busy. I didn't have time to take more footage than I did. We were constantly inundated with people at the booth, which is amazing. It's exactly why we do this job. It's exactly why we do events. To be able to talk to so many people, to be able to give out great swag, and to be able to introduce people to Vonage. So I was really happy with that, but unfortunately I know it meant that the video wasn't such a great length. But still, that was what my day was yesterday, so you saw my day. But anyway, we are going to get some breakfast, and then we're going to head up to the venue again and get set up again. I know we've got some more stuff to put out today, and we've got more Android figures to give away, so it's going to be good. And as always, if you do love this kind of content, please do hit that like button, and please do subscribe. Continuing on with all my kind of DevRel travel vlogs and all these sorts of things, so please do check it out. Thank you very much. And let's go.
So after another great breakfast, we headed straight over to the venue and got set up for day 2. We once again had some more interactive slides and videos going on the screen, which always tends to draw some people in. It's quite nice being able to show lots of stuff in a video form. And I think our animations are quite nice as well. But then again, I am quite biased. But we did also kind of get the rest of the stand reset up, ready to go again. This time round we had some stickers. I actually managed to find my sticker stash, so that's all set up, and we have a new set of Android figures. I mean, we were pretty sure it was going to be another busy day, and as soon as the gates opened, people were coming straight up and very interested. Here's Chris doing his thing and answering all sorts of questions about communication APIs, but it wasn't long. And yeah, the crowds were back in again. It was another very busy day. People were straight down to the booth trying to solve the anagram. The notebooks actually came in very handy indeed. It meant that people could stand there and write out their ideas and kind of get some manipulation of the words and the letters, and it definitely helped people figure out the answers to these things. So that was pretty cool, and it was a great use of our swag. It meant people were actually using it, which is always a great thing to see, instead of it just kind of going to waste. And really, it was like this the whole time. I can't think of a single moment where there wasn't at least a few people at the booth. This might have been one of the quietest times, but there's still 4 people here working hard, trying to figure out what that anagram is. People wanted those figures. And then it was time for kind of the people to come back out again, and it was, I believe at this point, it was basically now lunchtime again, and there was definitely a constant stream of people.
You'll use all the letters, but it may have...
But that was obviously great for us. It meant that there was always new people coming in, asking about the anagrams, trying to figure out what the solution might be, winning more figures. I think word had spread through social media and friends and all that sort of stuff by this point. And we definitely kind of continued that momentum of almost constant queues. As you can see by this point, this is later on in the day, there are far less Android figures available. And as we were starting to reach the end of the day, I thought I could finally take a break and kind of have a wander around and have a look at the other booths. This was definitely during one of the last sessions, so there wasn't many people about. And it gave me a little bit more freedom to kind of just walk around and show you all what the area looked like. There was a lot of companies here. It was really well attended, from sponsorships, people looking for jobs, people looking for kind of getting a brand awareness like we were doing, people kind of getting developers to use their software or their kind of frameworks. You know, Flutter was here and all that sort of stuff. And of course, the most important thing was the fact that Android himself was here as always. And like I said, there was a good list of sponsors this year. Had another look at these game cabinets, which are really quite cool. I really like them. They're very retro feeling. They're not actually retro, and this one's playing Tekken and it had the Sonic cover, but they are very cool nonetheless. And I mean, really, I'm sure there's just a Raspberry Pi inside of them. But there was other stuff for people to do as well, which was nice. You had some pool, and there was table tennis as well going on. There was more booths around the other side, which I hadn't really got to see at all. So ASOS were here, Bitrise were here. This was kind of something I really thought was quite cool. It was a big board for people to be able to write on and kind of shout out about themselves and all that sort of stuff, which was kind of fun, kind of like, you know, a bit of graffiti, which is kind of cool. And yeah, it was starting to get busy again. I think that they just let out once more, so we had some more booths on this side. Bumble were here, Flutter, like I said, and yeah, that was just really cool. I really enjoyed being able to go around and see everyone. Of course, get some stickers. I do love the stickers. And then yeah, that was kind of the event really. They had a lot of these screens as well. I wanted to get a picture of these because I really like this. It showed you kind of a rotation of the different talks that were going on, photos that have been posted on Twitter. You can see the Android figure there from someone, and any tweets that were basically using the hashtag, which was pretty cool as well. So you get this kind of constant live stream of what people are up to, which was very nice indeed. And like I mentioned as well, there was some table tennis up this end as well. So that was kind of cool. It was a bit different. Something else for people to kind of just unwind with when they're not in sessions. So I headed upstairs and kind of out up to the balcony to have a look over the event as a whole. I wanted to kind of give you a bit more of a bird's eye view of just how big the event actually was. Bearing in mind this is just the booth area, there were conference rooms off this area, which is where you would find all the actual talks going on. So this was really quite cool. So I'm going to leave you with this shot, and then we're going to have the photos from all the winners of today. And that's a wrap. That DroidCon done for another year. What an amazing event it was for those 2 days. So after that, of course, it does mean I actually have to travel home now. That is the downside of no longer living in London. I have to get some trains. So we actually popped back to our office in Shoreditch and dropped some stuff off. So I walked over to Liverpool Street station where my train was going to be. Of course, the station was, as always, very busy, but I do like this station. I like the kind of architecture. I like the old style kind of wrought iron roofing and all that sort of stuff. So I always quite like coming to the station. It's fun. So anyway, waited for maybe sort of 20 minutes or so before my platform came up on the screen, and we jumped on the train and headed home. And that is where we're going to leave it for today. So thank you very much everyone for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this another series of travel vlogs. If you didn't watch the first 2 parts, please go back and do take a look at those. As always, these start from day 0. We are engineers after all. And please do make sure to hit that like button and subscribe. We'll be continuing to do lots more amazing content around tech, traveling, and everything in between that is my life as part of developer relations. I would say as a developer advocate, but I have had a promotion. I am now a manager. I have turned to the dark side, but still lots of travel and excitement in my future. So thank you very much again. I am now just rambling, so I am going to sign off, and I will see you next time. Bye for now.